Joe?
Dan, good to see you.
Nice to see you. So are you going to be the solution to our problems?
Dan, I think we can help you out with this.
Okay.
Let's go outside and meet my partner, Randy.
Great.
I'm Joe Whitaker, co-founding partner of Real Deal Steel. The project that we are working on is a 1956 Chevy Convertible for Classic Industries. Dan, I'd like to introduce you to my partner, Randy Irwin.
Hey Dan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Randy. So is this going to be our 56?
Once this is all put together, you'll have your 56 Chevy Convertible.
And you make all of these pieces?
99% of what you see in front of you is brand new, and it's just like a giant 56 Chevy Convertible jigsaw puzzle.
That's amazing. Wow, I want to get into making this thing. Where do we do it?
Head over to this lift.
Okay, good.
Let's go.
There are 52 individual pieces required to put our 56 convertible together. The lift and rotisserie system and the fixture system allows us to take those pieces, put them all together, and build a finished car that fits and looks like a 56 Chevy.
So how does all these pins work?
Actually, these pins on the platform key into existing holes in the factory floor braces. So once we pull it down, it's perfectly square, perfectly flat, perfectly true.
Once the floor is on the rotisserie, then the fun begins. We install piles and piles of fixtures that are going to line up all the rest of the panels to come. Once all of our fixtures are in place, then we begin installing the other panels. Now's when it starts to look like a car. The first panel to go in when the fixtures are in place is the cowl and firewall panel. Once the cowl firewall is in position, it is then vice gripped to the forward leading edge of the floor pan, and then we get to the good stuff. We start to spot weld it in place.
Had Dan helping us with the spot welder, and that was great. I pointed and he shot. The spot welders are huge, and in some instances you have to have two people, one driving it and one shooting it. So we had Dan shooting. Everything went well until we got to the passenger side front corner, and these spot welders are water cooled because we use them so fast that water is circulated through the spot welder. Dan did not break the thing. It's just one of those things that happens.
Once the cowl is in place, then we get to install the rear inner quarter structure, which includes the quarter window opening area, the rear inner and outer wheelhouse area, and also the trunk wall.
You know, this is the kind of job that's disappeared in America and around the world. This work does not exist on assembly lines anymore. It's all automated, it's all robotics. And this is the kind of thing that used to put meals on tables back when, right?
Yes, sir. Once the cowl was completed and welded, we moved on to installing the rear inner quarter structure.
Great.
Next piece?
Yes, sir.
The rear inner wheel well portion of the inner quarter structure has to be vice gripped into place with lots of vice grips because you have a lot of metal there that has to move into just the right position. In order to get that metal to move into the right position requires lots and lots of vice grips.
Our biggest expense opening this place was buying $990 worth of vice grips. But you've got to have those. We got to vice grip them when we're putting panels together. We've got to vice grip it about every 2 inches so it squeezes the metal together so that when you spot weld it, you don't blow holes in it. If you don't have the metal squeezed tight together, you'll blow holes in it. So going across the firewall, we probably used about 20 vice grips to hold it in place as we spot weld. And then as we spot weld, we take them out of the way and just keep going across.
So this is, you call this what, a rocker? We call it a running board.
Outer rocker. We don't weld the rocker panels into place immediately. We only screw them into place with tech screws because we want a chance to be able to install the doors to make certain that the forward edge of the rocker panel fits the forward edge of the door perfectly so that it's easiest to achieve a good fender gap. The 56 convertible that we're assembling for Classic Industries is going to be very similar in appearance and in construction to an original 56 convertible that would have been built back in 1956. We've had some people that worked in the assembly plants back then tell us how similar our fixtures are to the fixtures that they used to build real 56 Chevys.
If beauty is only skin deep, then what Real Deal Steel has planned for us next is a lot of beauty.